Hey guys, um, I was going to upload our video from when we did this earring last beading lesson from our Zoom meeting, and the video quality I just found was so poor and it was pretty difficult to see, so I figured I'll just start by redoing a video, seeing as I have one side down, and figured I would make a new video with me finishing off the other side. So I just wanted to say I ended up making a really cool contraption to hold my phone. I've been trying to figure out how to do that for a while, and yeah, it finally came out. So you guys should have all your beads. Everything is pretty much organized. You should have more than enough just in case if you end up with some broken beads or if you lose them or whatnot. So all your beads should be there, and a thread as well. You guys should have had a tiny spool of thread. You can go ahead and open that up and cut that in half, so that way you can have two threads for your earrings. And then there should also be 2 earring hooks and 3 seed beaded colors. So to start off, go ahead and unravel your thread and get that cut and get it ready, and let's get started. So the first step is getting your bugle beads. What you're going to do is start by picking up 2 bugle beads, making sure that they line up side by side. That's why I gave you more extra, just because sometimes they cut the beads crookedly and it's kind of awkward trying to bead with them when they don't stack up nicely, and then you end up with a wonky earring. So pretty much you're going to bring your beads all the way to the end and leave about a pinky's length tail. And then you're going to take your needle and put it through the end with the tail, like so. So I'm trying to do this while looking on the screen, so that's awkward. But yeah, pretty much like that. And you're going to pull it all the way through and make sure that you hold on to the tail and the beads at the same time, or else when you start to pull your thread, you'll have beads go flying off pretty fast and then having them fall off and flying in different directions. So here we go. Should look like something like that. Here's the tail, and here's where we just ended off. Next, you're going to pick up another bead. Make sure you measure it. And then where your thread's coming out, you're going to go, whoops, right through the top of that one, like so. There's this TikTok that I ended up finding, and she'd be like cooking vegan videos, and she's like so, like that. And I absolutely like that. Anyways, getting off topic. Anyways, so now you should have 3 bugle beads side by side. And if I lay this flat, you should see it looking like so, like that. And your thread should end out in the middle. So a lot of people are getting confused at the next step, so hopefully this will clarify. This video will clarify this. Whoops. Okay, so you are going to see your thread end out right here, and then you're going to take your needle and go through the bottom of that bead that you just added on. And then you should end up with something like that. Then you're going to pick up another bead. Measure it, fit it. And then remember, where your thread's coming out, you are going to go on the opposite side. Yeah, so this is where people were getting confused. So make sure it goes like that. Pull it through. And as you're pulling it, it should even itself out. Like that. And then you're going to pop your needle, because this is where you pulled out, and you're going to push your needle through the top of the bead that you just added on. And it should look like that. Okay. So you are going to pretty much get 7 beads in a row. Measuring it up, popping it through, pulling it on, and going through the bottom. So I have 5, 2 more. Where my thread's heading out, I'm gonna go on the opposite end. Oh, stab myself. I ended up, oh yeah, see, thread coming out. So I'm gonna go through that bead that I just added on, like that. Pull it through. Looks like that. I have 6. 1 more. Anyways, before I made this video, before I made this video, I was making this camera arm and using my Dremel, super glue, screws. So my fingers are pretty rough and tough. So if I stab myself, I can't really feel it too much. So there. So once you add 7, it should look like this. And just lay it flat so you can see. This is the one I just added on. And this is where my thread's coming out. This is the tail. So you can see again. I'm going to pop that right through the bottom. Like that. And now, here are my 7 bugle beads. Actually, let me double check. Yep, that looks like 7. Okay, next step. So this is where I end out. I'm going to strengthen these beads by weaving all the way back to the very end. So through the top, and this is where I kept saying up, down, up, down. So I pull this through, go through the bottom, go through the top, go through the bottom, and you can see how I have my tail anchored between my 2 fingers here, just to kind of make sure that it doesn't go flying when I pull my threads and stuff and whatnot. So make sure you're also pulling tight because you don't want these to be loose. See, you can kind of see it's sort of loose right there. So all I do is I just kind of push my beads, and this is what you'll have happen once in a while when you're beginning. But all you need to do is just kind of push, like see I'm kind of pulling here and holding this, it'll tighten it right back up. So I have 2 more beads, so I'm going to go down and then up. So down and up. And yeah, oops. I kind of jumped the gun and went down and up and then pulled. That's why it kind of looked weird, but there. Should have something like that. Okay? So we're ready to add the colors. So I'm going to add, you can see from this earring, the green. Here we go. Green, my second color, and hold your beads, bugle beads with the tail down here, and look for the top like that, and you're going to see one loop here and the second loop here. You're going to go ahead and skip the first loop and jump right to, skip the first loop and jump straight to the second one. And I have my needle pointed towards me. And when I pull them, you have something that looks like that. And then this is another thing that people got confused by. So I'll just quickly show you again. Once you have, so I have my thread that I just pulled through, just anchoring it between my pinky and my finger here, like that. And then if you look right here, camera, calm down, let's see, like that. You are going to go underneath that bead, like that. So this is where the thread's coming out. You're going to go right back up, and this will straighten that bead right up like that. And you're going to keep following that. What do you call it? Step. So pick up my next color. I have blue. So pick up your third color and go to the loop directly beside it now, like that. Pop your needle through and pop it right back up like that. And go again with your middle color, your third color, because you can see in this earring there's two third colors. So the loop right beside it, pop the needle towards you. And the reason why I say to pull it toward, or push the needle towards you, is so that you can see the bottom of the bead from where your thread's coming out. And you're going to pop the needle through there and straighten out that bead. And it's getting there. Pick up the second color. Pick up that loop like that. Pull the needle towards you. And go back up. And the last one, which is green. And the last loop, like that. So this is a good example for me to see how long it takes me to finish an earring, because I didn't really, sometimes it takes me about 30 minutes for the smaller ones. So hopefully this video won't be that long, but we'll see. So final bead going up where I just came from, and there we go. Then you're going to flip it over like that. Thread's coming out here, and just like before, you can kind of see these loops, and you can see it's like stacking. This is called brick stitch, by the way. So pick up my bead, green, and when you're starting back to the beginning, or I should say on the edges, you're always going to start with 2 beads, and you're always going to skip the first one and jump right to the second one like that. See? Pull it through, hold it, and then whoops, stabbed myself. Go through the bottom of that second bead like that. Camera's like freaking out like that. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to do this with looking at the camera as well. So it kind of has a delayed thing, so it's like throwing me off a bit. Anyways, so third bead, blue, hook it under that thread, pull it through, and through the bottom, like that. And you're going to keep going all the way till you finish that line. Like that. Flip it over, pick up the beads, because you need to, because you're starting again. Skip the first one, go straight to the second one, hook it under, pull it down, go back up, and basically you are stacking the beads one by one. So the pattern, you don't carry this color up to the top or else it's gonna well, you could if you want, but it's up to you. But for a pattern that's like this earring, you're going to jump to the pink just to close off the triangle. And one more, like that. My table's moving. I have this mat on a oh shit, talkie mushrooms. Yeah. Yep. Camera's just about to fall and knocked all over my beads. Okay. Here we go. Flip it over like that. And again, picking up 2 beads like that. And remember, you skip the first one, jump straight to the second one, and then you go right up the top there. Right, like that. And pick up your last bead, hook it on the last little anchor there, the little last loop. Needle toward you. And go up that bead again. And almost there. This time we're going to pick up 2 greens. And skip the first loop, go to the second, like that, and then go through the bottom of that second bead, like that, pull it through, like that, and the edges are kind of looking wobbly. That's okay, because I'm going to show you what happens when you add on the earring hook. It straightens them out, which is kind of cool. So we are at the top, right? So if you take a look here, there is 4 extra beads here to make the loop. So I'll show you how to do that. So you're going to pick up 2 of your first color, like that, pick up your earring hook, which I had on the mat. Oh, it's right here. It's buried. So just look like that. Pick up 2 more of your first color. So my earring hooks have slightly bigger loop, so if it goes through the beads like that, it should be okay. It will be okay, but it should look like this. 2 beads on each side. If it moves around, I wouldn't worry about it. So where your thread's coming out, right, you're going to go beside it like that. So only 1 bead, and you're going to pop that needle all the way through, pull it tight, and kind of adjust the beads like that. It might be easier if I lay this flat so you can see how this goes. So, oops. So mine had a little gap there. That's okay. So I'm just gonna quickly just close that off a bit. There. Oh, I guess I should have hooked it on. Oh, okay, there we go. Anyways, if your earring hook comes off, you can kind of like pull the thread again through it, through the little gap there. But anyways, I'm going to put this upside down. This is kind of how I do it. So hold your earring like this. This is where we ended out, right? And you're going to go through 3 beads like that. So just to show you, this is where our needle came out. Okay, this is where the needle came out. And we're going right beside it and going through 3 beads. And the whole of the earring hook, like that. And basically what I want you to do is to basically go around in a circle at least 3 times, so your earring is pretty stable. Here we go. Like that. Go through the 3 beads there. Like that. So I've gone through twice. I'm going to go through 1 more. And I say 3 times because we're going to go through another few times later on. You'll see when, but yeah, three times is good. So this is where the thread came out, and I'm going right directly beside it so you can see here, right? Go up. And 1 more. Okay, so now thread's coming out here. What I want you to do is, let's see if I can do this. So you're going to pick up the bead right after it and go all the way down the side, down the bugle bead, and it should look like that. You see that? Then you're going to go pull it all the way through. And remember when I said the edge looked kind of wonky? By doing that, you straighten the edge. See? And then this is what I do is I lay my earring flat for this step. So this is where the tassels come in. This is when you start to build the earring. Well, we were building the earring in the beginning, but this is when it starts to look like an earring. The last beading lesson I did with the elementary school kids, one kid left it like this because they said it looked like a cupcake. And I was like, oh my god, that's so cute. Never would have thought of that. And we figured out how to close it off so she could leave it like that because she liked how that looked. So anyways, jumping to the tassel. So I'm going to pick up my first color, second color, third color, bugle bead, third color, second color, first color. It should look like that. Pull it all the way down. Just gonna tuck this guy all the way over here. Then you're going to skip the first bead, push that aside, and then go all the way up to the bugle bead, like that. And you'll start to see a pattern starting. Pull it tight, and then where the needle's coming out, you're gonna go right beside it, like that. Lay it flat, and you're going to increase by one. So 2 beads, so 2 first colors, 2 second colors, 2 third colors, 1 bugle bead, 2, 2, 2, like that. Pull them all the way down to the earring. Skip the first one and go up all the beads. All the way up to the top, like that. And also what I like to do sometimes, because the thread likes to curl up and then you won't notice it towards the end, but then you'll pull the earring and one will hang like that. Like you can see that it's got a little gap there. I hold on to the last bead with my fingernail and I pull this thread and just kind of push the earring down just to tighten it. And I would do that every time you finish your earring tassel, just so you don't have a surprise loose tassel that kind of falls down. And yeah, it's just an extra step. So we just went through the second bugle through the top. I'm going to go through the third, going down like that. We are hitting 30 minutes. 3 this time, so you're increasing another bead. So you pick up 3, the first color and the second color, third color, bugle bead, and then go backwards. Oh, first scoop I got 3. Look at that. And 3. So push away the first bead and then go up all the way. Go up all the way to the bugle bead, like that, sticking out. Pop the needle through. And remember, grab the bottom bead and pull it. the second, or we're at 4 now, so 4th down like that. One, 2, 3, 4. I kind of have a mess over here, so I'm just going to pick up these beads and a bugle bead. And I believe this is actually the middle tassel, so we are almost done. Yeah, once you get more confident with your earrings, you tend to increase your speed. So there's the last, or there's the middle tassel, the halfway mark. Remember? Skip the first one. Oh, I think I only have 3 on there. Need one more. Unless it, oh no, it's right here. It got caught. So push that one aside, go all the way up. Here we go. I'm realizing that Facebook only allows you to upload short videos, so I might have to cut these into segments like that. Go down. And you're going to decrease now. Or, I'll just throw this in now. If you want to be different, you can actually keep increasing. So you can keep increasing by 1 and have a really nice asymmetrical. If you do that, well, if you don't, either way, I still want to see pictures of everybody's earrings who followed along with this tutorial. But yeah, just another idea for you guys. You can basically, yeah, just keep increasing. So last one ended at 4, you're gonna go 5, 6, 7, and it will have a nice angled look. But because I already have that one done, I'm gonna decrease. So yeah, so 3, 3. Oh, these are all skinny. Oh yeah, I should be measuring, but I'm just kind of jumping it. Just don't want to fuss too much. Should look like that. Put it all the way down. Oh, forgot to pull down all of the beads. Where is it? Yeah, of course, pick up one more. Push away the first one, go up. I wish I took a picture of my very, very first pair. And I didn't. I was so embarrassed because I looked so weird. Yeah, but I was telling people in the Zoom meeting that I had to take it apart because, well, I left it for a while and then I took it apart after I got better at making earrings and rebuilt it. And then at a music festival I was selling with a friend, and they were one of the first pairs that I sold, which is nice. So yeah, look, 6th bead, thread came out. I'm gonna go right down again. So yeah, don't stress if your earring doesn't look how you want it to, because it's your first try. So yeah, just yeah, if you make a perfect pair the first time, that's awesome. But if you don't, just means that you just have to keep practicing. And that's literally how I ended up beading. Just practice and practice, and then yeah, you'll come up with your own designs eventually and experiment with colors, and yeah, so just enjoy the process, or try to. Okay, so oops, yeah, you are decreasing, so 2 of each color. Skip the first, go up the rest. Now that I have this like contraption, I can totally do a live next time again, like another meeting with you guys, and then I can talk to you while you're making them. If you guys want to have another beading session, I can do a different pattern maybe. Let me know. So last one, look at that, it almost looks like an earring. Okay, so thread's coming out, go down the last one. And we've decreased by 1, so pick up 1 of every color and your bugle bead. Oh yeah, another thing to look out for, roll your bugle beads around because sometimes they get chipped, and it's because they're glass, so if they're just like moving around, it will happen. So nothing I can do to prevent that. It happens. But yeah, so you guys should have more than enough to sort through them. But yeah, here's the last fringe. Remember to push away the first one, go past the rest, and this is how we finish off our earring. So here's all our fringes. I just like to pull them just to make sure all of them are, and then I pull this just to make sure all of them are nicely snug. So we're gonna go up through all the edge beads. I can hook my needle under there. So up these green beads, or up your first color, all the way up to the top like that. So it should look like that. You're gonna push it all the way through and finish it off by going, oh, got caught. Okay, so pull it all the way through, and then just like how you attached your earring hook, you're gonna go around again 3 times. Is that one of the other students went past 3 times to the point where it was super tight, which is good. That way your earring hook has no way of coming off. So remember, just to show you again, this is where the needle came out. So you can see the thread, and you're going to go directly beside it, all the way up. Like that. So this is my first loop. Go down again. Just keep stabbing my nail. I nearly sanded it off with the Dremel earlier. Anyways, that will be another story. So I've gone through 2 times, and I'm going through my last time. So all the way up. So this is where the thread came out, like that. Pull it tight, and one more time. This is the 3rd, and I can feel my needle getting tighter as I go through. And one more time going up, and so close. Oops, I skipped that last bead. Here we go. All right, so this part's optional. I'll just show you what I do. So I like to stab straight through the thread and then I take the thread coming out, wrap it around the needle twice or 3 times, pull, see if I anchor that, like that, pull the needle through, and it will start to tie a knot. So that is my knot. Push it down a bit. Then I take my tiny scissors, snip it like that. I'll trim it down a little bit more. So I'm not suggesting you have to do this. This is just what I do. If you have an adult that can do this part for you, I would highly suggest you get an adult. You're going to take a lighter and just lightly melt it down, and I push it down like that, hiding it in the bead. And that stops, the reason why I do that is because it stops the thread from fraying and the knot coming undone. So that's just how I do it. I started figuring this stuff out as I went along, and this is just something I do. So yeah, and you can't even see it, nice and clean. And then the last step is this little first tail that we started. So I'm going to go ahead and take my needle off its thread because I need the needle. I'm going to pop it through all the edge beads. Yeah, so don't feel pressured to use the lighter if you're not comfortable. Just clip it down closely. That's how we used to do the earrings, my friend and I, and we did that for a while, and then it was just an idea I had one day, just to stop it from fraying because I was like paranoid about it. So take the tail, thread it through the eye, and then eyeball it. So this is how long my fringe is. I push my needle down a little bit and then basically cut it about the length of the fringe or a little bit shorter. I need new tiny scissors, and I actually have a pair coming in the mail because eventually these are from the dollar store. So anyways, pull the thread through, and there, it's all done. Put them side by side. So congratulations, you finished your first beaded earring. Let me know how it went, and please send pictures and post them. I can't wait to see them, okay? If you have any questions, let me know, and if we want to do another video tutorial, we can do that as well. All right, see you guys.